You know, I was making a shitty joke.
I know. It's not a joke.
The fact that I was not wrong is
Nick,
bad.
you should know by now. You can't joke about stupid shit being real, because it all is.
Welcome to Mom Can Have Another Dollar. We're playing a newer game. It's called Tekken 7. You may have fucking heard of it.
Welcome to the show. You came just in time for me to get sad.
Yep.
That's like an evergreen situation.
All right.
That's like we could just like we could that could be part of our new opening credits actually.
Well, I mean, usually it is after I've established being sad for a short period already and settled into it. This is a case where it just happened.
So, Keith,
You're catching
you know,
it. You're
hold on real
catching
quick.
it fresh.
Do you guys know anything about Tekken 7?
Yeah, I know what Donkey's videos have.
All right, so
You can be-
first of
I know
all,
you
you've
can
got
be a bear.
Akuma. You've got Akuma from Street Fighter in this. You've got Geese
You
from...
can be Akuma. Oh!
Yes, you can. Where is he at? He's way over here.
Far right. Yep, just like
there's
the politics.
Yep.
Ooh.
And then here's the thing too that you don't realize that I think is great. You can also be Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 for some fucking reason. Oh, but it gets even better. You can be the real life person from Walking Dead, Negan, as a character in this game.
That's the other kind of bear, huh?
Yeah. So we'll go ahead.
Be either the metrosexual panda or be Noctis.
Okay. I'll
Do
be
not be
Noctis.
Noctis.
Oh, well, okay.
Be the guy cosplaying as a bottle of Smucker's Raspberry Preserve.
I'm sorry, Nick. You had to be mad or faster, so I couldn't have picked him.
I can't be mad. I'm sad already. I got sad at the beginning. I'm still there.
It's a new
And actually now
state.
it's worse.
We'll call it add, spelt with an asterisk, AD, and the asterisk works like a variable, so it's like a superposition of sadness and anger.
You know, that could appropriate for this matchup. It could be sort of an anime title where it's a parentheses M/S.
Yeah. Mad, sad, the maximum.
I don't know why you made me pick Noctis. I don't know how to fucking play as Noctis.
How the fuck am I supposed to know who you know how to play as? Just like do what you do in Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, and also you really went for a cardinal sin. You listened to Keith.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, this is more your fault than anyone's.
Keith was being
Kyle.
passionate, and it's so hard to get him to actually be passionate, so I had to...
You know he's
ain't
only
that shit.
vociferous about stupid things or things that you can't say or do on television.
or even the internet at this point. That's it. Kyle, you know.
Oh,
what I
man.
mean. It's like,
Imagine that show. You can't do that on television, but for this generation.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to get it off of like the dark web or something.
Exactly.
They have that,
threw
Nick.
that
It's
on
called
TV.
4chan. Fucking Encyclopedia Dramatica. There's a number of such outlets, in fact.
What the...
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I guess I've
Oh,
never fought
that's-
Geese Howard before.
He's just very Japanese. With a name like Geese Howard, how could he not be?
Yeah. Obviously.
Is his name actually Geese Howard? I don't
Yes.
fucking-
What?
The unsung fourth stooge. I can't believe of all the jokes I've said that one landed. Holy shit. What the fuck?
Well,
I guess I have to reassess
Three Stooges
my
is-
understanding of human animals.
shockingly evergreen. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's because they were one of the only ambitious comedians that was relatively infrequently racist from that era, so they stuck around a long time. They only had a ban like 3 episodes.
Oh,
That's less than
I-
fucking Ren and Stimpy.
how many
I just
episodes
noticed
have
he's got
blackface?
some of those like
couple.
samurai, samurai standards hanging in the background, but they're American flag.
Right.
There was an episode I saw online somewhere that was it was about the Civil War, and there's a couple of them, right?
Okay.
But this one, it's like, whoa, wait, I've never seen
Couple
this
of
one
Civil
before. And it's
Wars?
like the description was just like, oh, yeah, this is like the lost episode that they just never aired on TV. I'm like, huh, how come they never aired this one? And then there's a part where like they're Confederate soldiers and they get stuck behind enemy lines and they have to like go through comedic capers to escape. And at one point, they disguise themselves as freed slaves.
Okay.
In the obvious way, and they get like roped into like a dinner or something, right? And they can't get out of their costume. And at one point, like one of the straight men characters says something that's like uncomfortably close to the truth or whatever, and he retorts with like, brother, you just ejaculated a mouthful. And I distinctly remember, more than anything from the episode itself, a comment underneath the video just said, Mo Howard saying, brother, you just ejaculated a mouthful while wearing blackface. And then a skull emoji.
Oh boy.
That may be the nadir or the apex of his career, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where he probably could not have considered how that would be looked at, decades into the future.
Yes, I mean, in fairness, ejaculate just once meant to speak suddenly. So
I mean, I know. Yeah, I know what it means, but
he couldn't
still.
have known. Like, in fairness, yeah, it's just like, I was talking about Toe Jam and Earl for some reason recently, and I was describing like the confusing fact that all the sequels are different genres, and then I realized the entire second game is all about trapping people in jars, and I just suddenly realized, wow, that hasn't aged well either. They could not employ those semiotics today without being accused of parasexual nightmare visions until the dying day.
Well, honestly, that could be anything. We'll get you the same result there.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It's a
Also,
matter of time.
just a quick backtrack. I can't believe that of all the things that you say, avoiding saying blackface at first, at least, say for obvious reasons. That is where you draw the line at trying to tiptoe around a subject.
Well, it felt easier. There was less psychological resistance when I lubricated it with the word ejaculation.
When you've already hit the bottom of your level of taste and expectations.
It's a part of our history, Nick. It's a relic. It's a relic of the past.
So when's the
Sure.
episode of the re-release of all the Three Stooges with Whoopi Goldberg at the beginning, talking about how it was a different time? When is that coming out?
Well, on the other hand, they were like one of the first vaudevillians to employ actual black actors instead of guys in blackface. I mean, the black actors were always playing like chefs or servants or something, but still, for the 1920s or whatever, they were positively woke.
They were actually employed.
Yeah, they paid them in money, presumably. Didn't kill them and eat them afterwards. Like, they were pretty... For guys, where are they from? I think they're from New York or something, so maybe that's why.
Makes sense.
For guys who might have been... Like I was going to say, if they... Like, compared to how actual state governments functioned back then, they're positively the most progressive-minded people in the whole world.
The Three Stooges was seen as a philanthropy group.
Makes sense.
I wonder if the Three Stooges ever got canceled.
For sure, they did blackface.
I mean,
Well,
like back then, for
In their own time.
Well,
yeah.
that's how
Probably
it works.
Not.
If they were still
the
alive,
standards of their own time.
they're still alive. Like, look, 90 years ago, you did blackface. You're all fired.
Apparently, the only part of the news that I've followed is apparently like the Secretary of Defense actually came out and accused the world of canceling Russia, and I couldn't tell if it was real or not, and I don't want to look it up because I don't want to either be disappointed or vindicated. I'm not sure which it would be yet.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing where even if it is true, you don't want to know that.
I choose to believe. Well, I don't want to choose either way. I just want it to be an eigen state. I'll leave it alone. I feel like I've gotten enough news. Someone may have unironically said that Russia's being canceled, and that's all I need to know. I'm abreast of the situation.
You know all you need to.
The more you know.
And I know more than I need to.
The more you know, but like the second half of that clip that no one ever plays is the sadder you get.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. And then it goes into like a Locrian triad, like ding, 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 ding.
Oh, shit.
It's like that, great minds think alike, but the end of that phrase is actually, but fools seldom differ.
Yeah.
And I only know that because of 30 Helens.